Well, that last review was a little weird, wasn't it? Let's say we get back to normal. Let's talk about some small dudes that I'm really happy to have. Generations, Tailgate, and Swerve. So starting with Swerve, you guys saw that I got an unboxing video recently from my friend MateoPotato. Thanks very much, dude. I'm not really sure what else I can say about this guy. I mean, he's a great little figure. I love the Modern Legends class figures, and he definitely is a good figure to have with them. He's got some pretty good articulation for the most part. There are a couple of things that I do wish that he had, though. One of them being something down here in the legs. They don't really do much, which you know is fine. Just, I don't know, something inside me kind of wishes that he had like a thigh swivel or a knee swivel or something. I don't know. Something else I wish he has is anything more at the head. Like, you can get to his head pretty easily if you flip this panel back. That's how you can get to it, but it really doesn't do anything except for go up and down. So the only thing you can really do is wonder if the ship's left him behind again. Don't worry, Swerve, you don't gotta worry. Who's gonna serve them drinks? Anyway, like all the figures from the Thrilling 30 Generations line, Swerve here originally came with a little minicon. But MateoPotato didn't send him over with him, but that's fine because I really wasn't gonna use him anyway. But in the comics, Swerve is known for having a gun. A really weird gun called the My First Blaster. Because, you know, he's such a horrible shot. And while I don't really have a whole lot of guns that kind of fit the same bill as a My First Blaster, I did have a couple of guns that I could fudge my way through with some paint, and so that's what I did. Swerve can now tell anyone he wants to get the hell out of his bar. Onto his vehicle mode. Very simple and a very nice transformation. And here we have a vehicle mode that's actually more indicative of his G1 mode rather than his IDW, which I'm kind of glad they went this way. Robot mode's where it's at, where he wants to serve a drink, but in vehicle mode, this is where he decides to go old school. You can stick the My First Blaster up here on the top of the roof, but it looks silly, and just leave it off to the side. A couple things I did to improve Swerve, I gave him these black paints on his intakes here, some red paint on the back there to kind of blend it in, but it's a little dark, but it doesn't bother me. Just some little things to make Swerve look a little bit better. Anyway, onto our favorite little bomb disposal bot. Yes, little Tailgate here I just got in the mail the other day, and God, I'm really glad. I kept saying how I wanted to get a Tailgate figure, but I didn't want to get the one that was a repaint of the Power of the Prime's Wind Charger. Because to me, I really wanted to have a little bit of distinction between Tailgate and Wind Charger. And I think I've already talked about how I didn't want to get the Combiner Wars Wind Charger, which is just a repaint of this guy. Because let's face it, that guy does not look like Wind Charger. But now I've got the proper figures for both Tailgate and Wind Charger, so I'm pretty happy. Now, like Swerve, Tailgate also did come with a minicon, but he's just the worst. Little Groundbuster here is known as the worst minicon from the Thrilling 30s Legends line, and for good reason. For one, his vehicle mode it's alright. A little strange, but I mean, it's serviceable. But his robot mode is literally just right under here. Come on, dude. Even G1 Micromasters put more heart into their transformation. And really, the only thing you can do is just bring his arms forward, but even then, that just makes him look really weird. Who naturally does this? So 1 for 3, Groundbuster. I hope you're bringing out all the stocks for your weapon mode. Which I'm going to tell you right now, he does not. Honestly, what the hell is this? Groundbuster, I'm sorry, but you're going into the bag to be forgotten. Back onto the main event here, Tailgate has some good stuff going on for him. Even with these big shoulders and skinny legs, he has some really good articulation. Even in the head, which some people told me that he didn't even have any articulation. What you need to do is you need to flip down the backpack, and then you can access the head swivel. Doesn't do a whole heck of a lot, but I mean, hey, it's still there, and I'm very happy about it. Tailgate's just a good figure, but he's missing something. He's just missing some different coloration, both in this mode and in his vehicle mode. But that's why I'm going to make the very smart decision sometime this week to get some repro labels for this guy. One of the very few, if not one of the only times that I'm actually going to get repro labels for a figure. And once they get in, I do plan on doing a rec room of applying them, kind of like how I did the modifications for Universe Ironhide, so stay tuned for that, guys. But another good reason to have a little Tailgate in your collection is not only can you do some cool IDW MTMTE scenes, with this version of Tailgate, you can also do some recreations of your favorite Transformers Misfortune scenes.
Brothers! What the hell's going on?
I'm a homosexual. God, that was my favorite from the show. Anyway, let's get to his vehicle mode. So Tailgate's little vehicle mode looks really good, but also kind of plain anywhere other than the hood. Again, this is where the repro labels are going to come in handy. It's going to add some more nice flames along the sides and some blue along the back. Doesn't add taillights onto the back though, so I might need to go in with some paint and do that myself, which is fine. I don't mind. Anyway, you can take a little Groundbuster and flip down his peg and stick him right onto this hole onto the hood. But if that's not one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in my life, just go back in the bag. Anyway, that's these two. I'm really happy to have these two in my collection. And while they're really good for your More Than Meets the Eye team, they're just good figures to have if you're into the Modern Legends figures. Which I am. I've said that many times already. Keep up. Anyway, that's been this pair of figures. That's another review from me. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been 01 Transfan, the #1, and I'll talk to you all next time. Take it easy, guys.